So will is key to magic. Intention in action. Hello, Thorn here, back again to talk about magic today. So we've talked about manifestation. In other videos, I've talked about mindset and what that is. I talked about the law of attraction and why it's mostly a lie, though a little bit true. So today I want to talk about magic because I bring up magic a lot. I'm a big believer in magic. My tagline is magic is real and justice is worth fighting for. But what is magic? That's a big question. It's a complicated question. It's a slippery question. And you'll probably find several different answers if you search the internet. For me, magic is the marriage of breath, will, and desire. Breath is our connection as human beings to life force, to the energy of the cosmos, to the trees reaching and rooting, and the birds in flight, and the insects pollinating, right? We're all connected through breath. I breathe in life, I exhale connection with every living thing on earth. So that's where my magic begins. And it's why breathing exercises are so important to so many spiritual practices. There are so many forms of prayer and meditation that help us slow down and focus and expand into our breath. As soon as we do that, one long conscious breath, things shift inside us. They start to rearrange. Our spine adjusts itself. Our head adjusts itself on our spine. Our lungs have expanded. Our brains have more oxygen and are better able to think. So magic starts, for me, with breath and that acknowledgement that I am connected to life and to everything that lives. Next is will. What is will? Will is intention in action. I can't just say or think, I'm going to do the thing. No, if I say I will, it means I am willing. I have a will, and I am going to back it up with something. I'm not just speaking that into the ether. I'm not speaking that into the void. I'm speaking that in relationship with my abilities, my sense of power, and my ability to reach towards something that feels like it's outside of myself. I will write. That is a statement that I am willing to bring something new into manifestation that has never been manifested before. My mind, my imagination, my breath, and my will bring something into being. How is that not magical? You know, it's sometimes said that technology is any science that's indistinguishable from magic, right? My computer and my camera here feel like magic to me. And part of that is I don't fully comprehend how they work, even though it's been explained to me. But part of it is how many human beings and how many precious metals in the earth have come together to form this astonishing thing. A computer, a camera, a microphone, so that I can be sitting here talking to you in what feels like real time, except maybe you're watching this video 5 years from when I recorded it. That's a form of magic because someone harnessed their will and brought a new thing into being that did not exist before. So that brings us to the third part of the equation, desire. I often say desire is where want and need come together. And they form a third thing. And that third thing, desire, accesses all that life force. And it says yes to the universe. And it says yes to our idea or our emotion or whatever is compelling us in the moment. And life force rises up within us, and we focus it and we use it with our will and move forward or step back. Whatever it is, we make an action. So breath, will, desire come together and form magic. Another classic definition of magic is the art of changing consciousness in accordance to will. Simplified into the art of changing consciousness at will. But again, what is that will? It's willingness to back up what I want, what I need, what I desire, and create something new. Now there's big will and there's little will. And little will, all the acts of little will support our large will, our large desire, our greater life's purpose in the world. So if I say I want to feel healthier, well, one of the things I have had to do personally is figure out what foods were aggravating the internal inflammation caused by my Hashimoto's and affecting my thyroid and causing me brain fog and exhaustion. I had to fine-tune things. I had to find other allies in the fight. Taking care of my physical health and my mental and emotional health enable me to enact my larger will of sharing consciousness with other people through teaching, through writing, through practice, through activism, through all the different ways I connect. My larger purpose is about that connection. Whether it's through my novels, my nonfiction books, or supporting activists who are on the streets, doing the good work, fighting climate change, feeding people, addressing inequity, all the things people do, and all the things I used to be able to do in person on the streets until my health shifted enough that I needed to step back. And that stepping back was also an act of will and magic. Trust me, it was hard. Some parts of my identity were tied up with being a powerful person in the world and being out there doing things, supporting things directly. Having that taken away from me was a shift, and it felt really difficult. But I sat with it, I worked with it, I changed my mindset around it, and then I figured out, how else can I do this work now? I harnessed my breath. I set my intention into action with my will. And I began to figure out different ways, new ways to manifest my desire. Magic requires intention. To do things without intention is to do things willy-nilly, as we say in English. And that means, will I or won't I? So I'm getting buffeted about like a vessel in a storm without a captain, a rudder, a tiller, or sails. Without even oars. So will is key to magic. Intention in action. Spell work, prayers, meditation, exercise, ritual, sigil work, divination. All these things help support our magic and make it stronger. And we get to choose what works for us. We get to say, this month I'm going to write down everything I want. And then next month I'm going to pick 3 things and ask myself, how can I set my intention into action? How can I marry breath, will, and desire and manifest this more fully in my life? And then we figure out how we want to proceed from there. Do we need a new exercise program? Do we need to set a timer and sit down and paint or write for 15 minutes because we told ourselves we would show up for it? Do we need to light a candle and sit and breathe and focus? Do we need to write a sigil that's going to boost our intention and support our magic? There are so many ways to work your magic in the world. I hope you find yours. And I hope you create and manifest something wonderful. Thanks for being here. Thanks as always to my Patreon supporters, without whom my work in the world would be so much more difficult. I truly appreciate your support. And if you're interested in more videos like this, like and subscribe, leave a comment, and here are some other videos you might be interested in. Be well.